real comfortable, which is fine because it's my classroom.
Right.
Okay, so we about to just hop right into it today. Today we are talking about situations and breaking routines. So, first I just want to start off with a word of prayer, and we're going to hop right into it. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up. Thank you for giving us this vision, Jesus. Thank you for it all, God. We love you and we bless your name, Father. And we just thank you that we have this opportunity to be able to talk about you freely, God. I just ask that you be a witness to everyone and a minister and get to us what you want us to know, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Okay, so first, I just want to tell everybody that every time that we come on here, we're going to be hot. That's what Pastor Todd say, hot, which means honest, open, and transparent. So we're going to be real honest, real open, and real transparent, especially if God has revealed it to us, to reveal to y'all. You want to talk about another day, another blessing?
Oh, so we say another day, another blessing, which means if God woke you up for another day, it's another blessing that He gave you.
Exactly. So y'all gonna hear us say that every time, like another day, another blessing, because we take the little stuff for granted.
Yeah, most definitely.
Our focus for this year is gonna be faith talk.
Faith talk. So we got that from Pastor Todd. He probably got it from somewhere else.
Probably got it from God.
Yeah, God gave it to him. So faith talk,
Faith talk. So that's it to open it up. So I'm gonna start with our first question, which is, what do we do when situations start to come about? So remember y'all. And he does not know the questions or anything ahead of time.
I don't.
Like, this is just while we talking to y'all. So remember, we talking about situations and breaking routines. So the question is, what do we do when situations start to come about?
You want to go for it?
Nah, you got it.
So what do I do when situations come about? This is something new I incorporated. I start to thank God and just assess all the blessings that He has already given me. And I just try to be positive about the situation, no matter what is going on. Be positive about the situation, and it's gonna turn around slowly, but for surely it will turn around.
And I love that word, positive. You gotta stay positive. So, what do we do when situations start to come about? Like he said, I do start to thank God, and then I start to pray. Because in all aspects of my life, I'm incorporating God. So that means I'm going to have to start praying first and asking Him, okay, God, what am I supposed to be doing? Why is this happening? Instead of looking at, somebody else or what somebody else is doing and yada yada. Nah.
Right.
God is trying to talk to me and tell me, hey, we need to have a come to Jesus meeting. That's why we in this situation.
Yeah.
And that's just, I know for some people they're gonna be like, oh, that's the churchy version. Nah, that's the real version. Like, that's how everybody needs to be doing it.
That's what helped you the most. I pray as well. So I just ask God to order my steps and pray about the situation,
Like, I know we're used to, because let me get real with y'all. I was not always praying first and thanking God first. No. First thing I do, I'm about to call up a friend. I'm about to call up a parent, a family member. I'm about to call somebody that's not God and ask them, and still be confused or lost, or end up doing what they would have done in the situation. And I already see how their life is going, and I'm not here to talk about anybody, but you should be asking people that has a life that you want to live.
Exactly.
If that person is not living like how you want to live, you should not be asking them for advice. You should not be asking them for certain things. Like, no. And something that God has been bringing to my attention is literally all of my help. All of everything that's provided to me comes from Him. So I can think that I got it. Oh yeah, I can walk around like I got it and like I know what I'm doing. But He's gonna humble me.
Yeah, real quick.
And I'm pretty sure He's been doing it for y'all too. Like, you probably been wondering, like, why is this situation happening? Or why is this coming about? It's time to go back to the drawing board and reassess. And reassess with the Creator, which is God.
Right. And if I'm not calling somebody, I used to be complaining, moaning and groaning and doing all this, bringing more stress onto me and just making more problems out of one situation.
Mm-hmm. And y'all, the less you complain, the less you start to worry, the less you start to stress, the less you start to fear, the less you start to doubt. Once you start thanking God and being more thankful for your situation and more grateful, you're going to be like, well, I could be homeless. I mean,
right.
I could be this, that, and the third. Like, you're going to start realizing, like, wow, I am blessed. I am,
Most definitely.
I'm favored, for real. Instead of complaining, and my thing is, we've been taught and conditioned to complain or to be negative when we should be grateful. Because God did not have to do it for us. Literally, He did not have to do it for us. I don't know if y'all know the story, which is going to be in one of the other podcast series, the Bible stories. The story is about the Israelites. All they did was complain. It'll say murmur, depending on what version you're reading in the Bible. But
right.
They complained and complained and complained. Yeah, a 40-year trip. I mean, it wasn't even supposed to be 40 years. It was supposed to be maybe a couple of days.
And mind you, they just got brought out of slavery.
They just got brought out of slavery. That
sound familiar though? Does that sound like familiar with today's time?
And let me tell you something. There's nothing new under the sun, because the Bible repeats itself because of generational curses. I'm gonna say that. So back to the children of Israel. A trip that was only supposed to be a few days maybe turned into 40 years because of how ungrateful they were. And I'm gonna make sure that all of the scriptures and stuff are provided for y'all in the description. But y'all, things can be way worse or much better depending on how we handle it. Depending on how we handle the situation, as in what I say while I'm going through it.
Exactly.
I shouldn't be, if it ain't one thing, it's always another. Huh? What? Be grateful. Let's start being grateful and see how much your life changes. See how much doors just start to open for you because God sees that you're grateful. See, God is a God of mercy and grace. Yeah, we gonna mess up. Yeah, you might slip up and complain every here and there. But He's graceful and merciful.
Yeah.
So yeah, God, I did just complain. I did just say this, but please forgive me, God. And when He sees that you're sincere about it, watch how He turn your situation around. For real. And so that brings me to my next question. How do we feel during situations when they're good and unseen? And I say unseen because we don't like to use the word bad over here. So, how do we feel during situations good and unseen? So before we even answer that question, I'm pretty sure y'all are asking, what do we mean by unseen? So there's realms. There's a spiritual realm and then there's the earthly realm. The earthly realm is everything that we can see.
Right.
The spiritual realm is the spiritual realm, what God can see, what the angels can see, like what we cannot see. And let me tell you, God be working. God be working. The unseen, I know people be like, what's an example? What's an example of the unseen? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the unseen basically is having faith in God. Is the not knowing. It's the unknown. That's what it is. The unknown. That's what everybody calls it. Is what we call the unseen. But really, I believe that the unseen is just there because you don't need to see. Like you need to, first of all, God is just testing you. God is testing us. And you may be asking why God is testing us. And it all goes back to the beginning of the Bible. Because at first, we didn't have to have tests. At first, we weren't tested. At first, God just gave it to us. But y'all gonna see it another story in our sections for the stories, our playlist for the stories of the Bible, where God stated that He was going to start testing us because we weren't obedient to Him. We weren't obedient. And the only thing that He asked for obedience was to make sure that our descendants knew who He was and our descendants knew what He did. Because our descendants did not go through slavery. Our descendants didn't see what happened. So how would they know? Why would they worship a God if they didn't even know what He did for them or what He done for their ancestors? So since they were disobedient, that's why everything started to get put to test. Everything got put to test. So, with the unseen, I believe that that's just God testing our faithfulness to Him. Because our ancestors had the chance to be faithful, and they weren't being put to the test. Like, God wasn't testing them. He was literally just saying, tell them who I am and what I've done for you.
Right.
And that did not happen. So now we do have a lot of, tests, and we have to put our faith in the unseen, but our faith is really in God. And I say that because He created you. You probably wonder how you get how things just magically work its way out and blah blah blah. Nah, it ain't no magic. No. It's God. It's God, and God does everything intentionally for a reason. It's so purposeful, y'all. Very purposeful. Everything He does is for a reason. Like something that I had to teach myself was, okay, it happened like this because it was supposed to. It happens this way because it's supposed to. And that gives me a little ease, like, okay, because I know God is in control.
Exactly.
It happened this way because it was supposed to. There's things that I can't see that I'm not supposed to see. Because if I saw it, I would probably mess it up. So God just lets us work our way to it. He wants to know that we're going to be faithful to Him. And that's the same way in real life. Like, I'm not about to give my employees money until I see that they put in the work. Same thing.
Exactly.
Same thing. And it's so simple. It's so simple with God. He just wants us to believe. He just wants us to trust. He just wants to be a part. So, back to our question. How do we feel during situations, good and unseen? How do we feel?
Well now, with situations with good, I just thank God for everything because we typically take the good situations for granted. Mm-hmm. Like all the time, we normally we expect this stuff to happen. We expect everything. We're entitled. We feel entitled to certain things. Like for another reference, another day, another blessing. We feel entitled to live another day. But another day is not promised.
Right.
Another minute is not promised. Another second is not promised. So, I just thank God for the good. And also, I thank God for the unseen because I know He's working on something for my good, something for my greater purpose. Right. I know I can't see it right now and I can't get it right now because it's for a better cause. It's for a better reason why I don't have it right now. So, let's say if I get $1 million right now, but I'm with the wrong people or the wrong crowd, I'm just gonna be giving that money away to the wrong people. That's not gonna be supporting me or pouring back into me. Or also, I'm just gonna, at the time, I'm just gonna try to say that's all me. That's me. My pride would get in the way and say, oh, I did this myself. God is no longer in the picture. Right. It's just me.
Well, really, He did it for you.
Yeah, when He did it all for us.
Yeah. And so, how do I feel during situations good and unseen? Y'all, it can get a little rocky. It can. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and be like, oh, peaches and cream. No! Ain't nothing peaches and cream. For real. It's just how you look at everything.
Exactly.
Once you start, like I said before, once you start having that grateful mindset, everything starts to get easier. Once you and I haven't said this or spoke on this, but once you really just start to open up to God, like, God, I know you're good and I know you're working, but I feel scared and I feel this way. You gotta tell him how you feel. That don't mean he about to stop the situation.
Exactly.
That don't mean you don't have to go through with it. But he wants you to tell him how you're feeling. Because that's how you build a relationship. That's how you build a connection with him. At the end of the day, God wants a real relationship with you. Okay? He don't care about you going to church. Now that's good. I'm not saying don't go to church, y'all. Going to church is good.
It is good.
But he wants you to have a real relationship with him. Like, it's okay to feel a little uneasy when you don't know what's going on, when you're completely stepping out on faith and trusting God. It's okay to feel uneasy. And you got to tell him that I'm feeling uneasy. And watch how he just changes your feelings. Watch how you just have peace. Watch how you start to calm down. Watch how you just feel an overwhelming joy. Because that's how our God works.
Exactly.
When we finally tell him what's going on, he's gonna change it for us. He's gonna change how we feel, and he's gonna let us know it's okay. I'm glad you came and talked to me about it. It's okay. Like, I just want to give y'all the real, because in these situations, like, it's so easy to be like, okay, I've been trusting God all this time, and I've been stepping out on faith, but now it's getting a little too hard. I'm about to just go back to what I've been doing.
No.
It's real easy to get sucked into that. It's not easy still stepping out on faith and still continuing to keep that faith strong. It's not. And you got to ask God for his strength. Ask God, get me through this, please.
Exactly.
I'm very thankful that I'm in this situation. I'm very thankful that you chose me. I'm thankful for it all, God, but I feel nervous. I feel, whatever it is that you may be feeling. Exactly. You got to be honest, open, and transparent. You got to be hot, y'all.
And double backing on what she said, with being honest, say that you go to a doctor and your leg is broke, but the doctor doesn't know that your leg is broken. You tell him that your arm is, there's something wrong with your arm. So the doctor's going to be trying to fix on your arm instead of your leg.
Right. So you got to be, that's so good. You got to be real, because he's not going to heal whatever that needs healing. He's not going to be able to fix whatever needs fixing if you're not being real, because at the end of the day, he knows our heart.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering why the situation ain't going right the way you wanted it to go, is because, well, hold on now. We still got something to talk about.
Exactly. And I'm not saying God don't know everything, because he do, but God is a God of choice. So he's going to give you the decision to tell me the truth, or you can tell me what you want to tell.
And that's a good point. That's a good point, because in Genesis, when Adam and Eve ate the fruit, and God comes to them and asks, they were hiding behind the bushes, and God is like, why y'all hiding? And they're like, we're naked. And God is like, well, who told you that? How do you know you're naked? God already know what happened, but he still, and that's what I love about him. He's gonna hear your side. He's gonna hear what you have to say. So just go ahead and tell him, so the situation can change.
Yes.
So speaking of changing situations, so with breaking routines, so to piggyback back into that, how do we feel and what do we do in certain situations? This is where breaking routines come into. If you're really trying to figure out how you're gonna trust God, you're gonna have to break your normal routine. You're gonna have to make some changes.
Right.
Like, you're gonna have to start questioning yourself for real. What have I been doing that's not working? Why, this is my question for y'all. You don't have to answer, but you can. Why do you keep doing things that aren't working? If you can see that they're not working, why do you keep doing them?
Or let's say you're listening to somebody that's doing that in a situation, but you see it's not working out for them. Why would you follow up on it?
Exactly. If they're telling you, oh, do this, do that, but you can visually see that that's not even working for them, but they still trying to tell you what they doing. Why would you do it?
Come on now.
We have our own brain. Excuse me. We have our own brain, and it's time for us to start thinking for ourselves. It's time for us to start, doing for ourselves, for real.
Exactly. Nowadays, us as humans, we don't like to think for ourselves. We just like to conform to whatever.
Yep. And so with breaking routines, I just have a few key points. And I'm gonna let you comment on some of these key points. But with breaking routines, I feel like it all starts with the mental. It all starts with the mental. So if you're trying to break a new routine, you're gonna have to change how you're thinking. Okay, you're gonna have to start canceling out fear. You have to start canceling out doubt. You're gonna have to start canceling out worries, and like, if you're really trying to take this walk with God,
right?
If you're really trying to put all your trust and everything into God, you're gonna have to start canceling. You're gonna have to start saying, devil, no. Worries, no. Like, you're gonna have to start speaking it.
Most definitely.
And I say that because your words are powerful. Go ahead and touch on it, because I know you want to.
Okay, so also with blocking out fear and all that, you're gonna have to unfollow them social media pages. You're gonna have to unfollow all them pages with the T and all that extra. You're gonna have to unfollow that because everything plays an influence in your life. Mm-hmm. Now, with Adam and Eve, she was easily deceived and influenced by the serpent. We had a podcast set up for that. Stuff happened, but we're going back into it. We'll go back into it, but with that, just unfollow all them negative pages. Like, everything is an influence. You're gonna see, you're gonna read on the page, people ain't da 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 da, and now all of a sudden in your head, you like, oh, well, people ain't this and that. You're gonna start really believing that. And with the words being powerful, God spoke and there was. We are created in His image. So, what do you think?
When we speak, it is. Why do y'all think every time if it ain't one thing, it's another, and then something else happens? That's not coincidence. Stop speaking over your life negatively. Stop speaking over your life doubt and fear. Start changing how you're speaking, and you're going to start thinking differently. Stop speaking like that, y'all. Let me tell you something. One of my key points is fear begins with thought. Fear begins with thought. Change how you're thinking, okay? Change how you're thinking. Change what you're saying. Change what you're looking at. Like he said, social media, but it's not just social media. What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Summer Walker? Summer Walker don't care if you got a boyfriend or not. Summer Walker is not caring about your relationship, honey. Okay? And I love me some Summer, y'all. Not today on Summer, but I'm just saying you gotta start changing what you listening to, who's influencing you, who's in your ear, because that's gonna play a huge role in your thoughts. Who's in your ear? What are you watching?
Right. Is you watching Love and Hip Hop? That's what you gonna be living.
Y'all, it's very important, for real. Now, some of y'all gonna listen and some of y'all ain't, and it's okay. God gonna touch who He touch, and that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you want a positive and clearer and better life, you're gonna have to change how you thinking. And my next key point is control your thoughts. You are in control. Let me tell you something. You can't control nothing else. You can't control your situation. You can't control what Bobby and Priscilla is doing, but you can control you. You can control your thoughts. God gave us that power. I know for sure that I can control Jaden, and Jaden is the only person that controls Jaden. Okay? You need to start controlling your own thoughts. As soon as, oh, what if, you better cancel out them what ifs. You better say, what if, no. What if, stop. This stops right here. I'm done with the what ifs for today.
Exactly.
You're going to have to start speaking out loud. You're going to have to start canceling things out loud. You're going to have to start doing this stuff out loud. Speak. Okay? God spoke and there was the earth. God spoke and there was water. God spoke and there was the sun. God spoke and there was animals. Like, come on now, y'all.
And we're not saying you're perfect, but when them thoughts start to come, you better start praying and you better start
canceling
it out.
Yep. Canceling them out. And that goes into my next point. Don't believe lies. When you control your thoughts, okay? When you control your thoughts, when you know who you are, for real, when you know who you are in Christ, don't be believing lies. Now, I'm not saying that somebody may tell you something about yourself and it may be true. And that's something that you take to God and ask God to work on with you. But don't start believing lies that you know are not true about you. Don't start believing stuff that, don't feed into it. Don't believe okay? Because Satan will get in your head. He will fill your head up, child.
He is a slick talker now.
He's slick. He's slick. For real. You can be minding your business. And then in your head pops up, so-and-so did mention this and that and the third. I wonder if, and then you start wondering and you start just going off and you just, y'all, cancel them out. Do not start believing them lies. Do not believe lies. Cancel out every lie. And if you gotta start with yourself, if you know you've been walking around lying, and you gotta start with yourself, you better start with yourself now. Okay? And I say that, start with yourself, because some people lie so much that they start to believe their lies are true. Okay? And I'm not saying you can do this by yourself. You're not going to be able to do it by yourself. You're going to have to go to God. You really are. You're going to have to go to Him. You're going to have to ask Him. Okay? And my last key point is, remember, it is not your problem to solve. And that's what I just said. You're going to have to go to God. Okay? In these situations, it is not your problem to solve. You did not put yourself in this situation. Well, sometimes we do. But the situation is not yours to solve. See, God is waiting on you to come to Him. He's like, I got a solution. I'm just waiting on you. I got a solution. I'm just waiting for my child to come on over here to me, and I take care of it.
Right.
For real. Sorry, y'all. I just really want y'all to get the picture, for real. Okay? In a situation, you cannot believe lies. And I'm saying this to people who starting their full walk with Christ, who's iffy about their walk with. I'm saying this to everybody. Okay? I'm saying this to everybody. You gotta start. It starts with your thoughts. It starts with your thoughts, okay? And then you can't believe the lies. You gotta cancel out all the lies. And you have to control your thoughts. All these things tie in together. All these things go together. You have to control, okay? You can only control yourself. That's why I say, remember, it is not your problem to solve. You can't control anything but you in the situation.
Exactly. And if you don't believe into the mental, if you don't believe in that, you are delusional. Let me tell you that. Because the mental is very key, is very big.
Powerful. And I'm talking to black people right now. Because for a long time, black people have been in this slave mindset. You need to get that out your head right now. Your mental is it's so powerful that, let me tell y'all how powerful our mental is. Whatever you think, you believe. So if you start thinking opposite of what you've been thinking, guess what? You're going to start believing that. You're going to see how your life has been changed. Your mental plays a huge role. Why do y'all think half of y'all believe the lies that y'all parents and y'all family members have told y'all about yourselves? You know that you what? You know that you're not addicted to nothing.
Right.
You know that you ain't been doing this, that, and the third.
You know you're not stupid.
You know you're not lazy. Don't believe that. That's how powerful the mental is. That's your mental. Okay? That's your mental. You gotta remember that. You gotta control your thoughts. Fear begins with thoughts. You can't believe the lies. Okay? Let's remember to cancel out all this. I cannot stress this enough, y'all. Cancel it out. Okay? Cancel it out. And remember that the problem is not yours to solve. So when you in these situations and you trying to think about how you gonna break your routines, it starts with your mental. We break routines starting with our mental. That's the only way that it's gonna be able to happen.
Exactly.
And let me tell you this, belief is powerful. If you believe in it, obviously that's what you're doing and that's what you're thinking. So if you believe that you're strong, you're gonna be strong. If you believe that you're stupid, you're gonna be stupid. Okay? Your beliefs are just as it ties in together. Everything ties in together. Okay? And so with that being said, y'all probably asking, well, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to stay positive? Blah, 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 blah. Okay? So, we have a 30-day positive challenge. You want to tell them about that?
The 30-day positive challenge is you don't do no negativity, no negative thoughts, no negative anything. You just turn that negative into a positive. If it tries to be a negative, turn it into a positive, just like that. Not saying that this is going to be a cakewalk. We didn't just get here by just overnight sleeping on it and then we woke up like this. No, it was so much that we had to go through and some tears that we had to shed to get here.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here, and once you get to that point, it's so free and it's so free for real. Like I can't stress it enough. It's so free. With God, it's just so free, and that's why you have God. That's why you got God to lean on. That's why you got Him to talk to. It's gonna make it easier for you.
Yeah. So with that 30-day positive challenge, we watched this video called The Stranger's Secret. You can find it on YouTube. It's called The Stranger's Secret, okay? So in the video, it's going to tell you about the 30-day positivity challenge. And basically, we've been on this 30-day positivity challenge since the beginning of January. And once your 30-day positivity challenge is up, you start over. Okay, because we're making this a routine. We're breaking routines, but we're making new routines.
Right, it becomes a lifestyle.
Yes.
Let me tell you, that boy Earl, he's gonna say some good stuff about how powerful your mindset is as well.
Yeah.
And he's gonna refer to the Bible.
Because let me tell y'all something. I know that everybody is like, oh, teachings here, teachings there. All the teachings come from the Bible. If you want to know the beginning to the end, you better go to that Bible. That's where everything started. I can't stress it enough. God is our creator. God is our only, okay?
Exactly. And you hear this and that and this and that, but go read for yourself. Go find out yourself. There's so many lies out in the world. Go look for yourself.
Yeah. That's it, The Stranger's Secret. Okay. The 30-day positivity challenge. Okay.
Was that it?
Yep, I think that was basically it for today, y'all.
Okay, and let me tell y'all again, we're doing this for the glory of God. So if y'all saying y'all support us, that's cool, but we're trying to get a message across. We're doing this for God because God told us to. We're trying to open up y'all minds and show y'all where y'all should turn to, because there's a lot of lost souls out there. A lot of people taught on the wrong principles. Even God gives you a choice. Your parent, I'm not saying this is everybody's parent, but my parents, they didn't give me no choice. They were saying do this and do that, or no, it ain't.
Yeah. Like he said, this is not for us, this is for God's glory. So we definitely do appreciate any support We definitely do appreciate the support, but the purpose of this is for you to come and you to learn something and then go out and apply it. Apply stuff to your life. It's no point in reading the Bible if you're not going to apply the teachings to your life. Yes. It's no point in doing stuff and what's your purpose? Have a purpose. Don't just be doing stuff just to do it. Oh, that's my friend. Oh, that's my boyfriend. Oh, that's my so-and-so.
Because on Judgment Day, you're going to be held accountable.
Have a purpose, y'all. Make sure you know your purpose. Start seeking God and reaching God. Like, what's my purpose? Okay? And we're going to get more into all these things. This is just, our first one. But we're going to start getting more into it. What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? How is this going to align with everything else that's going on in my life? Because once you start knowing your purpose, then you'll start seeing that, oh, I wasn't even supposed to be in that situation. And by the grace of God, I was saved. Okay? Purpose is so important because a lot of people, I know it, a lot of people are walking around here hurt. A lot of people are walking around here confused. People want to end their lives because y'all don't know your purpose.
Exactly. It's people that's 50, 60, 70, 80, not even knowing their purpose. Went their whole life without knowing their purpose.
Just living to be living. What? That isn't, I promise you, that is not why God created us. God wanted us to enjoy our lives. For real. So I just want y'all to be thinking about your situations. I want y'all to be thinking about breaking routines when you're in certain situations, because y'all, it's time. It's time to change.
Yeah.
It's time to grow. It's time to want better for ourselves. It's time to do better for ourselves.
And let me tell y'all, growth is uncomfortable. But it's for your greater good. It's for a greater purpose.
And it's only uncomfortable because it's new. Things that are uncomfortable are only uncomfortable because it's new. Because you haven't done it before. You're not used to it. Okay? That's what uncomfortable is. Uncomfortable is not a bad thing. Okay? Like a lot of people, I promise you, a lot of people started at the same place that we have started. Okay? We as in us and y'all. Everybody starts at zero. Everybody starts at zero. Like nobody gets to take the walk in the, like even with rich people who have money, their mental isn't there. They're still at zero. Okay? Like it's not just about money. It's not just about, oh, I have this, I have that. It's not. I promise you, once you have peace, once you find peace, peace is going to transcend everything, all understanding, everything that's going on around you. You're not going to care because you have peace.
Exactly.
Okay? So I just want y'all to, I want to end on that with our situations and breaking routines. Okay? Let me give y'all this verse. From James chapter 4, verse 8. It says, let me see, y'all can't see. Come near to God and he will come near to you. Wash your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Okay, so it says come near to God and he will come near to you. Okay, and then when it says wash your hands, remember when I was telling you, you have to tell God how you're feeling. What's going on? Okay? Yes, it says you sinners. We are sinners. It says and purify your hearts. Let God purify your heart. And then it says you double-minded, because some of us are dibbling-dabbling. Some of us, yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm about to go do it anyways.
Right.
You know right from wrong. And that's why once you do wrong, you reap what you sow. Okay? You always gonna reap what you sow. That's something very important. I'm not about to get into that right now. That's gonna be another one. But you always reap what you sow. So it says, come near to God and he will come near to you. You can come as you are. You see how it says, wash your hands? You can come to him dirty and now we're going to get clean. Okay? God wants you to come to him how you are. You don't have to be like, oh, I got to get my life right. Oh, I'm trying to get perfect. You're not going to ever be perfect. Your life ain't going to ever be right. Okay? I see that a lot. Your life is not going to ever be right. Ever. God is gonna keep humbling you.
Exactly.
For your growth, for your goodness, for your salvation. Okay? So I want y'all to know that, like, it's okay to come to God as you are.
Exactly. I wasn't always like this. If you knew me before now, you know, I've been through some things and I did some things.
Child, insane. And y'all gonna hear that in our testimony section.
Most definitely.
Because, baby, okay? But yes, I just want y'all to know that y'all can come to God as you are. So everything that people been telling y'all and the doubts and the fears and the worries and the nagging and all that stuff, cancel that out and go to God. Okay? Because God doesn't care about all that. God says, come to me so I can make you how I want you to be. Let me mold you. Let me mold you in your situation. Let me help you in your situation. Stop going to so-and-so and this, that, and the third. And they looking like how they looking. Okay?
And let me tell y'all something about the devil. He ain't gonna prosper, so he trying to bring whoever he can down with him. Whoever.
Yeah, he really is. Okay? Your soul is you. We in a spiritual war. I heard that growing up, y'all, and I always kept it in the back of my mind, but now I think about it a lot. We are in a spiritual war, okay? Anytime the devil finds a way or a reason, he gonna do it. And you gotta be ready. And the only way you're gonna be ready is if you are in tune with God. Okay, I always say that. You gotta be in tune with God. Okay? So yeah, just know that you are in a spiritual war. They are fighting, the angels and the demons. They fighting, y'all. They fighting. God is fighting for you. He's saying, come here. But he's not about to drag you. Okay? He's saying, come here. But he's not about to force you. He's saying, come here. I'm here. I'm here when you're ready. And when you say, okay, God, this is what happened, and I did this and this and that, and he's going to say, it's okay. This is how we're going to fix it. Exactly. This is how we're going to fix it.
Exactly. Once again, he's a God of choice. You have the option.
You do have the option. And you can leave as many times and he's still going to be there because he's merciful and he's graceful. Okay? We serve a God that's merciful and graceful. Okay?
Most definitely.
So I just want to end with that, y'all. Like I said, go watch the 30-day or go watch The Stranger's Secret.
It's on YouTube. It's free.
It's on YouTube, okay? It's gonna be the first thing that pops up by Earl Nightingale, something like that.
Yeah, my boy Earl. He it's black and white. You gonna see him.
Yeah. So I definitely encourage that, and also for anybody, because we're gonna start posting. We're gonna have, like I said, different sections for the Bible stories and our testimonials. If anybody wants work one-on-one, if you want us to be talking to you one-on-one or reading the Bible with you one-on-one, it's okay to reach out to us or to comment or whatever and let us know, and we will. But that's all we have for today.
Yes.
And I just hope and pray that y'all blessed by this and you allow God into your life.
Yes, and may y'all have a blessed day or a blessed weekend or a blessed week whenever you see this.
Yes. And that's it. Bye, y'all.
Deuces.